This reading is for the individuals who picked deck 2, the Divine Tarot. All right. Let's see. Why did we have to split the clusters after the first download? There's going to be a big ass difference between these two readings. I feel like your reading is about an ex. This reading is about an ex. Somebody that wants to come back into your life is wanting to open up to you, is wondering if you would even open the door if you saw them. I feel like this is a person in the past you thought about all the time. Even if a certain song would come up on your Spotify or etc., it could throw you into a certain type of feeling. But now, I'm sensing and I'm seeing you in your car, etc., studying, however that resonates for you. Seeing those songs come up, or those videos, or whatever it is, and just simply scrolling past and it not even affecting you. You're not allowing yourself to stay in dynamics that feel forced. You know the difference between who is deserving of second chances and what situations are even deserving of second chances. Wow. All right, so this is an ex who definitely crossed some barriers. Your breakup was not solid. It was left on terms of no contact. But they've been watching you from afar and they're very inspired by you. And the card that fell on the ground, I'll get it, is the Devil in reverse, which means you freed yourself from malevolent will. Okay, so there's a couple of other cards as well. This is a really powerful reading. So we had the Devil in reverse. This one was already down. I don't know what it is yet. We're going to do it later. Ten of Swords in reverse, literally getting yourself out of a horrible situation. Knight of Swords sideways, somebody else that's wanting to come in with a fast forward movement, and, you. And Three of Coins, being able to celebrate, having something to share, having something to give. And Five of Cups, the thing that was in reverse, or the thing we couldn't see, grief. You have freed yourself from this person. This is everything that was up hand. This was what was down. You don't see this frequency. You don't see this person anymore. And they're stating there is somebody that you have felt was always going to come back when you had moved on. And you're correct. That is happening. And what we're doing here, we're getting you prepared for it. All right, so we have our reading. Let's do this. Wow. Yeah. You absolutely have somebody who, in the past, you thought your relationship was healthy. And now you realize, looking back at all those years ago, you were not inspiring or helping each other. You were enablers in each other's lives for more than one thing. It looks like financial security was a big thing. I feel like you could have met this person through work. It feels like you met this person through work because there's a sense of money and collaboration, but not necessarily you two exchanging money with each other. It's exactly that, teamwork, and then money was involved with it. I do sense that this job was also not serving your highest timeline. You worked far harder than you were being paid for. Wow. Yeah, this person did not want you to see that they were a devil in your life, and that means they might not have had the best intentions. I'm not saying that they were a devil, that they were this malevolent and disgusting human being. Maybe some of them were. But a lot just had clouded judgment, and they were young-minded and didn't realize that they were jumping to conclusions, or trusting the wrong people, or blocking their own progress. When they were with you, though, they did feel balance. I see one person wanting to grow and the other one wanting to stay stagnant, so you had to separate ways. You see, I haven't been able to light this. It continues to not light. I feel like it's because it's connected to this. It's about somebody that doesn't want to give up, doesn't want to let what you two have go. This connection is something that you absolutely feel grateful for, but in your hearts of hearts, you know it is meant to stay in the past. That it would be hindering your growth, entertaining even being back with this person. Ever since they have left your life, you realized where your codependency stemmed from, what triggers it, what activation made to where you've overcome that part of you. You've also turned your inspiration into your fruition. Many manifestations have came through because you didn't give up on you. You could have gone south from this breakup, but instead you let this catalyst be a catalyst of upgrade, of change, and swans are very much forward movement animals with this. You see, when this person felt overwhelmed, or even to this day, because I feel like they watch you from afar, they absolutely see you as this kind and charitable person, externally and internally beautiful. When they feel lost, when they feel alone, they will look you up. They will watch you. Depending on what type of social media platforms you post on, the influence, yada yada, whatever you have, they look at. Even if that's one picture, they'll continue to look at that picture because at this point, it's all they have of you. They miss your smell. That was something about you that drove them crazy. They feel that there's an incompletion, that there's an unfinished story between you two. And here's the thing. There is a sense of an unfinished story, but it's not in a way I feel with this person. That's the reason that there's two readings, okay? There's a reason Spirit said you have a collective and you need to now burst off two clusters. The unfinished story with this is almost picking yourself. It's inevitable that this person is bringing you forward movement, and it's going to always be, if you already have, you're with somebody else and you're happy, or when that's going to happen. If you don't go forward with your life, you send them this energetic connection of, I'm willing to put my life on pause for you. It doesn't matter that you're not stating it. It doesn't matter if you're not stating it. They're going to do everything they can to get what burns them. It looks like this closure, this person, they're going to say, I was overanalyzing our connection. I was overanalyzing everything you or other people were saying. I couldn't let go of this past connection. There could have been some form of religious differences. Take what resonates. But you have accepted that you and this person are not a part of each other's timelines. And if you have decided, you have to go ahead and do more effort. And cut this off when they bring you a forward movement if they don't respect space. Because now I see this going different ways of certain individuals respecting that you've moved forward and then other individuals trying to get in your head. Saying you're nothing without me. Trying to make you think that you would be nothing if they had never entered your life. No matter how this works, remember, this person is going to say what they feel is right to keep you locked in. And that could be either charming or harping you. Your law of attraction has pulled in a whole new individual who is ready to make this transition into each other's life much more easy. To let go and see life is about value. And if you care to be a person of value, success follows you. You see now, just because people feel lost and alone doesn't mean you let them hang on to you for dear life. You have to continue going. You're growing, you're shedding. What else does Spirit have with these cards? It looks like this is going to be about whatever their devotion, their actual conversation, what they're going to state to you is. You already have, what they're going to state to you is they wondered if they sealed their fate with you. When they made this deal to go forward and act like your existence never happened. They also wonder if you are with somebody else. They're going to state that what made me banish you from my life, what made me go into separation, was because I was put in a position to where I either had to leave you from my life or leave some form of stability. It stemmed from a lot of me keeping secrets from you when we were together. They're scared to admit all of this, but I think at this point they realize that the only way you would ever even talk to them again is if they came in with no bullshit. And especially if there was a chance with you. If. The only way that would even be able to go forward is by telling you the truth. They're not going to come in with an aggressive manner. But I sense towards the end of it, when they see it's not going to work out on the way they want it to, that will change. There might be some form of hostility, name-calling, threatening, etc. But remember, it's bullshit. Remember, you're protected. And that what happened is this person's ego was hit to the core. They're absolutely thinking back and forth about making this plan to reach out. This is what Spirit is saying you need to hear, not what you want to hear when it comes to this individual. It is not safe waters to travel forward with them. There is a sense of them wanting to be with you for what you have and how you look and who you are now, not your soul. You will be avoiding destiny and fate with the actual divine if you go through a cycle repeat with this again. But also, it would actually be also avoiding destiny or fate if you didn't allow this conversation to happen, to pick yourself whenever they reach out and you stay. I am grateful for how much growth and experience we had, for the bads, for the good. But I picked myself, and I know what I deserve, and I wish you the best. But something else has flourished in my life. You don't have to give them all of these examples. This is just you talking to yourself, and then you state the few words that you feel in your situation they are deserving of. If that's one word, if that's a whole conversation, you know. But you're flourishing. And your way forward is this person's not in that timeline. And there's a part of your heart that's aching hearing that, but most of you see this is what's really going to continue to heal you. This is what's going to continue this other level of power and energy you have felt. So, that's reading number 2 for you. Alrighty. I'll see y'all when I see you. Let's get it.